when you first get in this business, you're excited. And people in the beginning have a tendency to think that everybody's gonna feel like they felt when they saw it. So there's 3 types of people you're going to run into when you're doing this business. And guess what the number 1 type is? The nose. You remember I was telling you about that institutionalization? Most people are institutionalized with a job. Most people are skeptical. Most people don't get it. So when you get in this business and you really like, oh man, I heard this and this and that, and she said, I don't know. You're like, hey man, I heard this, you know. Then they get to their family member and loved one, and they don't see it. Oh, they ready to quit the business. This business don't work. Because they were not mentally prepared for the no people. There's 52 cards in a deck, right? How many aces are there? 4. So if I threw a deck of cards down on the floor and say the first 10 people that come up with the ace get $100, do you know there's always 10 people that run up? And there's only 4 aces?
That's right.
Is that amazing?
Yes.
That means somebody's trying to change a 3 of club into an ace. Somebody trying to change their best friend into a player. Somebody trying to make their family member do it. That's frustrating, man. So I'm going to tell you from day 1, you become a professional. Amateurs try to convince. You start getting into the convincing business. Professionals sort. You're racing for aces. So all the people that you don't that you love, or people that you know that don't see it, just understand that's the flow of this business, and you racing for aces. And what we do as professionals, we say no first. If you the goose that laid the golden egg and you got the golden egg, you can afford to say no first. Frankie said, man, I don't know about it. Well, you right, Frankie, this business might not be for you. And shake the dust off your feet and move on. That's right. You follow me? That's how you do this business. So you got to mentally prepare your people for the largest segment of the people they'll run into day 1 coming out the gate is the people that are skeptics, the loved ones that don't believe they can get rich in this deal, think it's a scam, all the dream stealers and everything. You got to be mentally prepared. And then when you see it happening, you'll say, oh, Rudy told me that was going to happen. You can have fun with this business then. You feel me? So that's number 1. You got to mentally prepare for that, so it won't knock you out of the game before you even get started. Okay? Now the number 2 person are the people that ask questions. Now the people that ask questions, a lot of them don't really want to answer. They just checking you in your new business because they know you, they messing with you. See how much you want to know. But I want to tell you something, it's a catch-22 situation in that deal. Don't try to be smart in this business. You know, a guy told me he got his first $1 million in this business. And they say, well, how? They asked him something, can you take this with pharmaceuticals? And it's just fruit, right? Can the doctor, he said, you know what, I don't know, and I made $1 million without knowing that. But if you try to be an expert because this is your new business and try to answer all the questions, guess what you're doing? You setting them up to say, dang, I gotta be an expert to do this business. I gotta know all that stuff that I ask him. So the best thing, if you don't know something, you tell them you don't know, but you can still make some money in this thing.
Well, what is the answer to that question?
The answer to that question is, of course you can drink fruit juice. It's fruit juice. It's not FDA approved because it's food. It's not a drug.
Oh, okay. Because my father...
Now, if a doctor tell you that, hey, you know, you need to lay off that, I don't know if you need to take that Monavie, he lying, because I don't know no doctor in the world that can tell a patient that you can't eat fruits. Fruits have no side effects. Got it?
I got it.
So don't get all complicated with all that. You know, don't try to be an expert and try to, it's 19 synergistically fruits and all this stuff. No. Now, the second type is the questions. Now, the person who asks the questions lead the conversation too. So if you let a person keep asking you a question, you always go back to your question, hey, are your business options open? You know, because, give you a good example, we're talking about the 3 types of people right now, right? Matter of fact, what's the color of your car? Blue. What about yours? What's the color of your car? Silver?
Sage.
Okay. What's the color of the inside of your bedroom?
I don't know.
What about your living room?
Gray.
Gray. Now, here we are talking about the 3 types of people. I just led you to the color of your car, the bedroom, the living room. People will lead you to talking about the moon before it's over if you let them keep asking questions. So you always keep people focused back on your question. You got it? Now, I'm about to show you how to invite people out to tasting parties and how to invite people on conference calls. Now, you know Don King was the best boxing promoter known to man, right? Have you noticed he never promoted boxing? He always promoted the boxers.
That's right.
Mike Tyson Holyfield. So when you promoting this business, you don't have to promote the business, you're promoting the conference call. You're promoting the tasting party. You follow me? Say, man, there's some people doing this call, people making money, you got to get on this call. And they'll say, well, what is it to call about? There's 3 things you can say. I want you to see it like I saw it. I want you to hear it like I heard it. I want you to get it like I got it, man. Does that make sense? Does that make it easy to duplicate instead of trying to explain it? And people usually cool with that. They usually say, all right, I'm going to check what you're talking about. Instead of saying, man, it's about the acai berry and 19 fruits, man, and making all this money and all, you don't know what. That's not duplicatable. Everybody can't do what you do. But everybody can say, man, I want you to get it like I got it. Does that make sense? So when you're promoting your tasting party, you promote the tasting party. You promote the conference call. You're not promoting Mona V. You're not promoting the business opportunity. You're not promoting none of that. You're like Don King. You're promoting the event. Okay? So that's how you get people out to your tasting party and your and your on the conference calls. And one other thing in closing is about taking action and setting goals. Now, normally I do have to get back, but normally what we do, we will start having people start writing their list right now and make a few phone calls now. Schedule a tasting party now. Say, okay, when we want to have a tasting party, such and so, in a couple days or whatever. Let's write some names down right now. Let's do it. Okay, Johnny. Let's call Johnny. I want to show you how it flows. And you say, Johnny, man, I'm at this tasting party, man. I saw something absolutely incredible. I'm gonna have some things going on at my house day after tomorrow. You got to see this, man. There's people making money, this and that. Well, hey, man, what it's about? You got to see it like I saw it. Isn't that a simple flow?
Yeah,
And that's all we do, man. That's all we do, day in, day out. It gets no simpler than that. So now I'm going to go over the whole little thing, so make sure everybody got it, and then I have to hit the highway. Okay.